This is the medical college and AKU's way of bringing the expertise that we have available at AKU, the expertise that is available outside of AKU, and bringing it together with the people who might benefit from this.
Muthoni was 14 months and 1 day when she passed away. So she was really active now and able to interact. And because she's very active, what I had tried to do to get her to wear the shoes is to sing a song. And there's a Sunday school song that says, I've got a shoe, you've got a shoe, all God's children got some shoes. The next line is, when I get to heaven, gonna put on my shoes, I'm gonna walk all over God's heaven. Wow. That's what the song said, right? And of course, it doesn't mean anything at that point in time. But now, later, when I remembered, it was really, should I have had a premonition?
We are 6 siblings. I'm the second born in my family. My elder brother is alive. I am second. My immediate 3 followers passed on serially. And that was when I was still in primary school. But I remember all of them. And what that just put on me was largely when you're playing with other children and their whole family is there and you can't see yours. Like you remember that you buried them. It was very difficult. But now moving on to high school, then immediately after high school, I started nursing my mother who was sick for quite a while. And immediately after about 1 year, just before I joined campus, she passed on. And then I joined campus with that grief still within me because I wanted very close with my mother. We had a lot to talk about many times. And then now 1 year into the university, within my first year of university, I lose my father.
I want to talk to you guys about when you were in the thick of things. What was that like? And how did you get through it? And we'll start with you, Fareed.
So in the thick of it all, I just felt myself deteriorating, becoming less accountable, becoming less responsible, not being able to sort of fulfill obligations like going to meetings, calling in once too often to work. But in the beginning stages when this was happening, I didn't really realize it was a problem. But as time went on, it was really just honestly not being able to look in the mirror at myself. And then getting to rehab, and the doctor took one look at me and said, 3 months. If you hadn't come here, 3 months.
So to be clear, he said that if you had not gone to rehab,
just by looking at me,
you had 3 months
max
left.
She said.
We need to look out for how to be our own advocates, to be there for ourselves in the sense that I know I need someone to support me. Who is that person I can identify to take me through this process?
Grief and mourning is never linear. It's never horizontal or vertical. It's cyclical. It can go on, come back, and all through we need to open up to the others. We've had people come to us 5 years, 8 years down the line and ask us, what really happened? Can we go through the last moment? Can we go through the conversations that we had during that time that person was there? What are they telling you? They're telling you, as human beings, we need to continue supporting each other. The loss is not a single given moment. Whether you lose when you're 1 year old and you live for 100 years, the loss goes with you. The trick is, and the challenge to all of us as a community, as a society, as stakeholders in that person's life is what support do we give in that cycle? I was able to accumulate quite some good wealth, but in the process, I lost everything. I lost my businesses. I lost millions of money. And I had some debts with the bank. And all of a sudden, they called me and they actually actioned me. I took my laptop and I typed how to die. The internet gave me 1,000 ways to die. And I explored all the options, like I want to die smiling or something. And along the way, I was able to decide even the day that I'm going to die, because one, I didn't have a way of paying the debts. And also, I remember there's a bank that was so stubborn.
And now, like, my dying will teach them a lesson, because they were really giving me a lot of hard time.
We just need to have some fora, even within our social circles, within our spaces, where we can just be together and support each other to deal with some of the things that everybody seems to be dealing with. One certain thing in life is that you will lose stuff. And when you do, grieving is okay. And you need to make time to grieve. And the purpose of this grieving, or the goal of it at the end of the day, is to be able to safely remember the loss without experiencing the emotional turmoil that comes with it.